A Gay and a Non-Gay is a podcast from James Barr and Dan Hudson. They're like a lovely little couple, except they're not.
Hi, welcome to A Gay and A NonGay. I'm Dan Hudson. He is James Barr. You can follow us on Twitter at Gay and A NonGay. Get in touch anytime. Here's this week's episode.
By the way, I have now officially slept with a gay non-gay listener.
Who?
I'm not going to tell you that. Here's the episode.
Welcome to A Gay and A Non-Gay.
Recently, we have been recapping quite a lot. James 3 recently came back into the fold. And I was on Twitter today and I saw a tweet from Colin, who you'll remember from an episode. Well, James will remember very well.
Okay.
And listeners will remember from an episode called Colin Strikes Back.
That Colin came in.
Yeah, Colin, top bloke.
Top bants.
Top bants. He came in on the podcast.
Oh, I don't want to talk about Colin again. I feel like we've already ruined his love life forever. I don't think we should do this. What have you seen?
Oh, no,
and
nothing.
Also, I don't think I want to know because it's a bit awkward for me. I went on a date with him.
Oh, get a grip. So Colin tweeted saying...
I hate it when
shut up.
I hate it when you see exes happy. And I know he wasn't my ex. I only went on one date with him, but fine.
So Colin was on the way to a date on a train and he realised that...
He does look like my dad, you know. So I did wonder at one point whether he would be the one. Anyway, right, go for it. Sorry, what's happened?
That's some weird Freudian shit there.
I know. Right.
That is some weird Freudian shit there.
We can do that some other time. Please don't play that Frasier theme tune again.
I'll play Oedipus Complex.
I don't know what that is either.
Colin was on a tube, basically, and he tweeted this. So my date is in the same tube as me, but it hasn't clocked. Clearly, I should go say hello, but instead I'll get off at the next stop and move to another carriage.
Oh my God, right. So what? His date was in the same...
So he's obviously in the same...
tube carriage.
Yeah, as his date. He's realised...
What, his forthcoming date, like tonight?
Yeah, like he's on his way to the date.
Oh God, and then the
guy obviously hasn't realised.
Right.
So in order to...
not say hey straight away.
Yeah, he's got off and got on the different carriage.
Right, okay. That's so British and amazing. That's so funny. Rather than just be like, oh, hey, we've met on the tube instead of outside Cafe Rouge.
But then it's weird in the tube, isn't it? Like, I'm totally with Colin. I would have done a Colin.
Well, because I guess everyone else is there looking at you. If you suddenly start speaking... I do get that in a way. Anyway, so I feel like, if Colin got up and was like, hey, I swiped you on Tinder, everyone would just scream.
It's the kind of thing that would
panic.
It's the kind of thing that would go viral, isn't it? Because someone would be listening and
they'd film it.
What are you going to do? You're not going to get up to this bloke and be like, hi, I'm Colin and we're going on a date in 5 minutes. It's just weird. You want that first conversation to be in private, in the bar or whatever. I think
I would say... I'd wait for a stop or something where there was like movement so that it wasn't quiet, and I'd probably stand up and go, hey Dan, it's James, how are you? Funny that we met here. But I wouldn't go to hug him or do anything weird like that. I'd just be like really chill. I don't know, maybe not. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, so Colin's going on dates now, is he?
Do you think Colin mentions to his dates that he's been on this podcast? And...
I imagine he hasn't. He looks really fit in his profile picture, by the way.
I'm not getting...
No, it's fine. I'm not coming on to him. Look, he does. He looks really hot there.
Yeah, but he said that one for ages.
Has he?
Yeah.
Bless Colin. I love Colin. If I'm ever on holiday, should we get Colin to sit in for me?
If you're ever on holiday. If I'm ever on holiday. I mean, God knows when that might be, but if I'm ever on holiday...
Okay, I am on holiday a lot.
A Gay and a Non-Gay. Give it some gay.
Oh, God, I haven't told you. Did you know this? Dan 3 heard our podcast.
Right.
Oh, my God, I told you this, and you completely blanked me. That was so nasty. I sent Dan a message.
I did.
I sent our Gay and Non-Gay Facebook chat a message saying, oh, my God, Dan 3 has heard the relationship update.
You were doing it at we had an event on the day. I was doing loads of admin for it, and I'm
turning Dan down. I sent screenshots and I said what Dan had said, and he said he'd heard it and he was really upset. And then basically, shut up, you've turned down. He texted me saying he'd heard it and he was really sorry, and it was really sad, and I was so upset. I felt broken, like someone had read my diary. And I sent that message, what I just said to you, I sent that to Dan and Talia, and both of them ignored me.
James has a real thing, by the way. James ignores things that I say to him all day long. But when it's the other way around, James takes it so personally.
What is your response to... We'll deal with this one at a time. What is the response to that?
We were running an event that was quite stressful, and I had loads of admin to do on it, so I just didn't have time at that time to respond. What did you want me to say?
Oh, yeah, here we go. This is what I wrote. 9th of November, 11:40 a.m. Dan heard our podcast, the latest one. It's made me cry. I feel like he read my diary. Dan replies 11:41 a.m. same time, saying, "Who are we giving these free tickets to?" You literally tweet that. That is so hurtful.
No, it's not, because I'm trying to sort out all the admin for the event. You didn't do anything, by the way.
My heart was breaking, by the way. And you actually haven't asked me how I'm doing since that. But I know that you can tell I'm doing well.
I know you're going to tell me anyway, so I don't need to ask.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Just get Colin here now. I'm done. I don't want to be with you anymore. I hate you.
Two unlikely friends take on the world.
Next time we do a live show, I am going to flash that up on the big screen and everyone is going to be on my side. I'm going to have all the cuddles.
Because there'll be no context to it. So yeah,
what is the context to that?
The context, what I already said.
You were being busy.
Once all the shit was done, I was texting the next day saying, "Hope you're all right." Blah blah blah. That's the context. So put that text on the screen.
Okay, you did actually.
Yeah, thanks.
And, do you know what? That actually really meant a lot.
And you did one. We went to the Student Radio Awards and James left within about 15 minutes and didn't mention it.
I left at midnight and I tried to find you and I couldn't find you. I didn't know where you were.
Lads.
At the time, though, it was a bit savage of you just to go, "Who are we giving these free tickets to?"
Just call me Dan Savage.
I heard the best advice from Dan Savage recently.
You know he's from Seattle?
Yeah, I do. I heard the best bit of Dan Savage advice ever the other day. I was telling someone about how Dan had said to me, "You're not the one," or "My gut tells you not the one," which is very hurtful, but I kind of, in retrospect, I feel that is just a nothing thing people say.
If you're not the one, then
please stop playing that. It's not funny. It's not funny to take the piss out of people that are sad. Anyway, Dan Savage says you don't meet the one, you round up to the one.
You've told me this so many times.
I know,
it's like the fifth time I've heard this.
It's my new 2018 mantra for life. And I think it's true. I think you don't meet the perfect one, right?
Not necessarily.
You meet someone that's great and then you fill in the gaps, right? Is that how your relationship with Talia works?
No, not really.
What, you think
round up to the one?
You think you're perfect? And that she is.
I don't think I'm perfect. No, I think
that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying you're not perfect.
Nobody's perfect, are they?
That's what rounding up to the one means, right?
No, but nobody actually thinks that, quote unquote, the one is literally perfect in every way.
Oh, they do.
Well, they
absolutely do. Definitely. I used to. When I was living my Disney dream.
But that's not even possible.
It is, but that's what you think. You think, "Oh, I'm going to meet a prince that's going to sweep me off my feet and everything's going to be perfect." And you expect that. And then when someone is less than that and you say to them, in our situation anyway, I would be like, "Oh, I didn't like what you just did there." They would be like, "Well, you're not the one then." Because the one will accept me for exactly who I am at all times without any compromise. But relationships, as we know, are about compromise. So really rounding up to the one for me just means compromise. Okay, a guy's given me his postcode and said, "If you want to come over, my postcode is this."
For what?
Sex, probably. Do you think I should go?
What's the postcode?
It's E17.
Really? Mm-hmm. You're going to Brian Harvey's house?
That's such a shit joke. It was very fast, though. I hope to be deep down. Right, can we move on? We should do a show at Edinburgh. What?
He might ask you to stay another day.
Right, so Talia has she's told us we need to stop being cheap, which is really relevant considering what I've just been talking about.
Yeah.
Receiving text.
But I wanted to talk, we got a tweet from someone. I said we were going to talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
He tweeted it to us and said maybe as a sequel to the cum cooking episode. Mm-hmm. It's a girl who's been making bread with, I don't even know what this is, but with vaginal yeast.
Oh, God, I can't. No, we're not doing that.
I'm just putting it out there.
I mean, let us know if you want us to talk about that next week, but right now I'm really feeling like that's a no.
A gay and a non-gay. Bring your own douche.
It's really awkward now still being here because I just want to go and see this guy.
I've got to get up at 4 a.m. I
know, but it's like I need to prepare myself for this guy. He's really hot. I really liked him.
The double standards at play here. Unbelievable. If I was doing this, if I did any of the stuff that you do, by the way, you go like ballistic. I just pull up with it because it's just easier.
It's because
but this texting thing is getting out of hand. And now James is like, now sex is on the menu. James just switched off the podcast and he's like, "Oh, can we go? I want to go and watch Question Time."
Okay, Dan. Cool. That's on +1 though. Sex is not on plus.
It's not on +1.
It's on iPlayer.
Yeah, but if you don't watch it live, then it's gone.
Yeah, well, sex is not on +1 or iPlayer, so cool. Look, I am in breakup mode, okay? And we record these episodes at, so I don't know when this is going to go out, but don't, if you're listening, think that, like, oh, why is he not over it? It's January the 7th. Okay, because it isn't right now when I'm recording this. But I am in breakup mode, and I'm in a 2-week spiral of just whatever, and I feel like you should be supporting me. But yes, I totally agree that I'm being annoying. Fine, I will sit here and listen to you moan at me about my Irish goodbye. Go.
Well, no, there's no point.
Right, do you know what? Please talk about it. So at the Student Radio Awards, and this is probably why you keep getting into arguments with me. A couple of weeks ago, we went out on a night out, and I said to Dan, I'm only staying till 12 because I'm up early, right? We just talked about this a minute ago. Anyway, I couldn't find him when I was leaving, so I was like, well, I'm just going to go. Yeah. And I asked a few people where you were. And
well,
I just
that's a lie. And who did you ask?
Look, you
didn't ask anyone.
Dan, why don't you carry on moaning about this? I'm going to go to the loo.
No, you're not going to the loo.
I am. I'm going to go to the loo. You tell everyone what I did.
Because you're just using that as an excuse to text there away from my eyes.
Not.
Yeah, you are.
You tell everyone what I did so wrong and what is so wrong about an Irish goodbye, and I will go to the loo.
So leave your phone here then.
No, I need
why do you need the phone to go to the toilet?
I want to text him when I'm in the toilet. Like
well, exactly. So
okay, cool. Look, it's fine. Dan, you just. I don't need to hear you moan at me.
Is this you now? Are you doing an Irish goodbye?
No.
You better come back.
I'm coming back. I promise. I'm just going to take my bags.
Find us on your socials at Gay NonGay. Listen at gaynongay.com or just search NonGay at your fave pod app.